We're here. I'm now doing the most professional move I've ever done. I'm leaving and switching the light on and coming back.
You did it. Nice.
Oh my! Oh my Jesus!
Oh my god!
They're ringing to congratulate you on starting your 14th podcast.
Hello?
Clearly.
Hi. What's up?
Is what's about to happen. Are we actually live?
I don't know. It's not loading up for me.
Bup,
Sorry,
bup,
I have to go to
bup,
the-
bup, bup.
Can I call you back in like 20 minutes?
It's loading 7.
Live. Yeah, we're live now. So okay. So Kamal's clearly getting congratulated on his 14th podcast.
Seems like
So
I don't know.
I'm getting an advertisement for that
I
new
don't know.
MOBA,
Bye.
Paragon.
I don't know what Paragon is. Why are there so many new MOBAs? Like everything's all new. Like, I thought it was what was it? It was,
I mean, okay.
what's the other new one? The one that you got into with the early access?
Gigantic.
Yeah, gigantic. Like, why is there so many new ones? I don't need all these new ones.
No,
I
People
exist
just really-
again.
Everyone knows it's a rule that you can only have one favorite MOBA. Like, you can play one MOBA. So why are there releasing so many guys? Why?
No!
One favourite
I'm
MOBA
returning
and
my
Dota.
phone. Go away!
I played Dota. I don't like Dota. It's top down, so it doesn't work for me.
I'll have to go again.
Hello? Yes!
Oh come on, sort it out. I've been vamping talking about gigantic, even though I've never played it.
You didn't even talk about it. You just mentioned it by name.
Look, I didn't see you trying to vamp. You just didn't.
No, I did because
Look, okay, we're going back to news now. Okay, now we're actually here.
Yeah.
So-
Straight to news.
I'm gonna move on. You know how last week I ranted about Jim Sterling and having his whole legal thingy with digital homicide.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember.
He reacted to it in a perfect way, and by releasing a video on Dark Souls and saying that he doesn't care about it.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, I
Considering
thought,
that Kickstarter campaign's gonna go absolutely nowhere.
yeah, that's why I thought I'd bring it up, just because it was just like,
Just a little update on the sitch.
I think in the end he did a whole video on it. He did a whole video about, oh my god, about Dark Souls, and then at the very end it was just like, oh, by the way, you don't need to support me on this whole thing, but it's all fine.
Yeah.
Essentially, is what happened.
Cool. Cool. I think that is the best way to go about it.
But yeah. Also, since we're talking about Dark Souls, can we play the trailer before you start playing?
Oh,
Thing.
I just started. Trailer for Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, put it in the link dump. It's number 9.
Oh, Dark Souls 3.
Also, looks really cool.
Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ben. Oh yeah, Ben rocks up and just beats up the dragon immediately. He did it.
Everybody's just ruining the dragon today, apparently. Today
Pussy.
is just one of those days where you destroy
Let me just change that around.
Okay,
Yes,
so I've
indeed.
got the Dark Souls 3 trailer up.
Oh, so yeah.
It is called lottery.
Yeah, but I know I've never played the other Dark Souls games,
Transitory land
but
of the
I saw
Lord.
that trailer and I've seen a few playthroughs of a few like teasers of Dark Souls 3, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the first games for a while I've just seen immediately, and it's like, yep, I'm just gonna buy that as soon as it comes out straight away, immediately.
Yeah.
Wait, this isn't the same trailer as E3, right?
No, this is different. This is a different trailer.
Because it's getting very close. It's already launched
It
in
comes
Japan.
out on. It released in Japan on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and it releases here on the 12th of April, so in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so this is basically launch trailer.
Yeah, and as soon as it comes out, as soon as we have a podcast after the 12th, I'll be talking all about how much I hate it and how I'm terrible at it and I want to kill myself.
Has anyone here played, other than you? Obviously you haven't. Have you played a Souls game, Luke?
No. At least
Okay.
not. Like, I played the beginning of one, but
So yes.
I played 2 not to completion, and I played Bloodborne to completion, which obviously isn't a Souls game, but is like inspired and created by
Yeah,
the
it's
same people.
the same people, yeah.
So,
Same
you know.
studio and all that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that they're taking kind of like, it isn't the Bloodborne aesthetic, but it's more similar to it than the previous Dark Souls games were, and
Yeah.
and I like that because I've always had an issue kind of with the like Dark Souls games, like there's great games, and then there's games that are just like Dark Souls that just had nothing going on for them looks wise, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But no, this one looks cool. This one looks cool.
I like the fact that it looks so bleak and horrible.
I'm
Because it
hoping
kind
they'll
of
take
captures
more
exactly what
pages
the
out.
game is.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll take more pages out of the Bloodborne book and have a couple of have the game be a bit more kind of, because what happened in Bloodborne was they made the game focus more on aggression instead of passive fighting, and I really enjoyed that, and I hope it's a bit more aggressive.
From what I've seen from the gameplay teasers, you are encouraged more to throw yourself into combat rather than
just
skirt around the edges and block all the time.
That's good. That's what I want.
I'm
interested in it.
I watched Jim Sterling play a bit, and I watched Jacksepticeye play a bit this morning, and both of them played very aggressive, and they both seemed to get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
The only thing they seemed to get penalised for was running away and running blindly into new areas.
Yeah, well,
which kind of makes which makes sense.
Right. That's a thing that I feel like Souls games will never let go of, and for good reason. Don't run blindly into the night, guys. It's not safe.
Yeah, the best, I think, at the end of Jim Sterling's one, he had to fight some sort of like boss, and he noped out and ran through a door, didn't look where he was going, and died by getting shot in the back by an archer. I was like, yeah, that's not the best way to go.
Pre-order now, guys.
I ain't pre-order. No one who pre-orders games.
Pre-order now.
Apart from you, Luke. I mean, Luke pre-orders games.
Like,
I was like,
I'm gonna pre-order Overwatch, probably because it's cheaper.
Actually, no, that's not true. I pre-ordered Fallout 4 because it was cheaper. Well, yeah, and so I could download it so I'd play it at midnight on the day. Because I am a nerd. But yeah, either of you two going to be getting Dark Souls when it comes out?
No.
No, I didn't think it would be your kind of game. Come on.
I'm interested. I know I love Bloodborne, so maybe, and I don't know. I guess it really kind of depends on how I'm gonna read some reviews. It just depends on the combat style a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe, probably.
But yeah, the main thing is I've been on the Xbox One. I've been missing games that are I don't know, melee combat, right, and fantasy sort of games.
Yeah.
And the last one I've got that I have right now is Shadow of Mordor. So
yeah, I can get that.
Kinda outdated right now. So yeah, I'm definitely getting it when it comes out.
Those are all good games, just melee combat games. I like those. I enjoy them.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
There's been a bunch of stuff released about the new Telltale Batman game.
Oh.
Yeah, they've released a few screenshots and a few little trailers and a few teasers. I think the most interesting thing about it is that you can play as both Bruce Wayne and as Batman, and you can.
Wait, can I only play as Bruce Wayne?
I think you can.
Can I just choose to never be Batman?
I know you. I know you do get the choice to tackle problems as either Batman or as Bruce Wayne. So
oh my god, I'm just gonna be a playboy.
You may get I'm just gonna solve my problem by being a millionaire philanthropist.
Yeah, that's the plan.
You could just, instead of becoming a cape vigilante, you could just decide you're just gonna fund a lot of education systems. You're gonna clean up the cities with grants and funding, and then you're just gonna improve the city in the long term, rather than adding to the chaos by being a vigilante.
Nah, I'm just gonna bang women.
Sure. Or you could host Playboy parties and buy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
teams.
a proper Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, you can be a proper millionaire playboy and just buy sports teams and hotels and stuff.
And then you will keep writing about how I'm such a disappointment to my family's legacy.
Yeah, and you'll be totally fine with it because bitch, I got money, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
My parents are dead.
You might be out. Just go. My parents are dead. I do what I want.
They dead. Oh no. Alright.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I'm going to continue buying the new seasons for.
a lot of people are gonna have kind of Telltale exhaustion, for lack of
Because I'm stuck with Game of Thrones now. I'm gonna keep getting that because that was really good.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna get The Walking Dead, which is also a point. They also, while they were doing the Telltale Batman stuff, they just casually threw out, "Oh yeah, we're gonna release Walking Dead season 3, Telltale this year as well."
Yeah.
I was like, "Alright, cool."
You can never have too many Telltale games in a year, except for when you do.
They must have the biggest like animation studio because they're doing so many games at the same time because they're releasing the final episode of Telltale Minecraft as well.
Cool.
That's true. It is pretty slapdash. They don't really care much for the looking fancy.
Yeah, they'll probably have a decent amount of people, but at the same time, it's just like mouth opens, mouth closes, pan.
Or just they don't at all. Yeah, I think because they've all got different art styles, but they're all very simple different art styles, so it doesn't really require much effort. It's like Wolf Among Us is all cel shaded, comic-y sort of style.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is like tapestry, old art style. Walking Dead's just bad art style, and Minecraft's Minecraft. So it's like I don't know what they're gonna do with Batman. But I feel like it's still not going to impress graphically. It's just going to be like...
Make it comics. Make it like comic book art.
I would not be surprised if it was like comic book art. I feel like that if they're going to go with something, they should probably go with it.
Yeah, plus it gives them the advantage because like their game engine's really old and outdated. It's like comic book art. It's like, oh, I guess we don't have to do super high fidelity graphics.
Yeah.
We got this.
So we're all about that really all-encompassing story that totally doesn't taper to like 2 choices at the end. At all, guys.
Yeah.
Not that I'm bitter about that at all.
Yeah. You just played Life is Strange as well, so.
Yeah, I did. I just did Life is Strange as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just bitter about that.
Another story that just tapers.
Honestly, I think Life is Strange's story arc is much better than any Telltale game story arc.
Life is Strange? Yeah, I feel like this. Yeah, I mean, then again, I haven't played a lot of Telltale games. I only know the first season of The Walking Dead one, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I did really, I like the story arc for Life is Strange. I did not like the ending on its own, but when I take it as a whole, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I feel like that's the problem when you have like such open story arcs that you've got to end them in some way, and it's kind of difficult to bring it to an end as open as the gameplay that you've been putting ahead with, I guess.
For sure.
But they don't have to quite make it so abrupt to the point where literally everything you did in that entire game, nope, don't matter, we're just going to go right away before it, and it's all irrelevant now, you might as well have not bothered.
Oh.
What?
Luke's camera has a little issue, but I'm going to hit it fixing it.
Oh, it does?
Yee.
Looks hard to me.
Okay.
I'll move on, shall I?
Yeah.
Another thing that got released this week was the new first Fallout DLC, the Automatron one, with all the robots and stuff in it.
Fallout. Oh yeah. You could do sexy Codsworth.
You can do sexy Codsworth.
I don't know how he got the name Sexy Codsworth, but you can totally give Codsworth legs.
Sexy legs.
Apparently, they just look like legs, but apparently sexy legs.
Well, look, maybe you're into just legs. If you're just into legs, I mean, they're sexy legs, right?
You walk around and you're like, that person has legs.
Yep, that's doing it for me. Oh yeah, loving it.
Oh, poor disabled people.
Oh, come on, we can make it weird.
I mean, look. Then again, I guess who cares about this guy who's just into legs? They're not missing out.
Right, yeah, okay, but apparently the best part about this DLC is Fallout 4 was your first Fallout game, right?
Yes, it was.
Luke, you played Fallout 3, didn't you?
Yep.
Do you remember the machinist quest?
Which one was that?
Where you're in Canterbury Commons and he's like dressed up as a superhero and he controls robots.
I think so.
He's back in this DLC and apparently he is fantastic. He's the best part of the DLC.
Wait, how is he alive?
Well, I don't know whether I assume it's just another recreation of him because he's based on a comic book hero in the.
Oh yeah.
So I assume it's just someone else who's decided he's the machinist.
I'll give anybody who's planning on playing that a pro tip. Apparently, if you wear the Silver Shroud armor, to that, you get a bunch of secret lines and stuff and cutscenes that aren't there if you don't wear the secret shroud armor during the missions. So there you go.
Finally, a use for the Silver Shroud armor when you've got to carry it around for no reason all the time. Because I'm not allowed to get rid of it on my playthrough for some reason.
Yeah.
Just kind of dumb.
I haven't even finished the quest, so it's still not even armor to me.
I was doing the whole quest.
It's just regular clothing.
I've got the bit where I've just got to listen to the stupid radio things and then do the quest, and then Tom told me at some point they should let me just get rid of it, but I still can't. Huh. And I was like, you know what? It's like 6 weight. I'm just gonna keep carrying it around. No, I'm just done. Okay. I'm done then. So yeah, that I'll probably pick that DLC up at some point as well, but I'll probably miss the next one because it seems more cosmetic and base buildy stuff, and I'm bored of base building. Finally,
base building, yes. The only thing I'm interested in.
Yeah, but I treat the Fallout 4 base building the same as Minecraft, so I just built a house and fortified it, and then I win.
But then you can build a bigger house.
My house is a big house. It's got a slaver plantation and everything.
But a bigger house.
I've already got a big house.
The thing about base building is you can always build a bigger house.
Yeah, but I've got a third floor on my house that's only filled with power armors standing around a table playing poker. I feel like I can't improve on that.
There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
No, I'm good with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with my house. Leave me alone. You won't make me feel bad about it.
I guess there's no will.
No, there's no will. Okay. And now, Luke, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is your Division still working?
Yes.
Have you got a super high-end backpack yet?
Yes.
Apparently, you should not use it because it will break your game sometimes.
Nothing thus far, so...
You're one of the lucky ones, because apparently...
Always in that card.
Yeah, apparently there's a Division bug where if you get I think it's one of the highest end backpacks as a Dark Zone loot, your game will start to degrade. Like you'll start to have issues, up to the point where you get locked out of your account.
Look, that's a side effect of having the best backpack in the game.
Which is
you gotta make sacrifices, yo.
So as of so I think it's been solved at this point.
Probably, yeah.
Because it was responded to. It was 4 days ago. This started to happen.
Yeah, I imagine. I'd be a bit disappointed in Ubisoft if they don't have it fixed within the week at least.
Apparently they were responding to the comments really fast, so it's fixed at this. I've just checked. It is fixed now.
Yay! Good on them.
What's got an apology note in your backpack?
Yeah, which is I guess that's.
Cute.
I guess that's a nice touch. Sorry we gave you this backpack that broke it, guys. I'm sorry.
In all fairness to Ubisoft, especially for Ubisoft, I feel like I need to say this. Like, the Division seems like it's been like fairly well put together so far, and everyone it seems like it had a fairly good launch week, other than the line, like the queuing issue, and now like there's this backpack issue, but they seem to be on top of it, and that's the important part, I think. Like, as long as they're willing to, like, keep fans informed and keep track of their problems and stuff, that's all we need, really.
With games, there's always going to be bugs, as long as they're focusing on, like, fixing fixes for those bugs.
Based on current gen releases, I would say the fact that there was only one game breaking bug within the first week is probably a good thing.
Based on any online game ever.
Yeah.
Any game that's connected to some kind of live since, I don't know, Xbox Live booted up or whatever PlayStation had.
Oh god, I don't.
There's always been bugs.
Xbox Live games.
Hell, wait, no, scratch that. There have been bugs since the beginning of games and time.
Yeah.
Just no fixes because
you can't patch. It's kind of hard to patch before there was the internet.
Yeah. I think people need to appreciate that.
Remember when games weren't patchable?
No, I legit do not remember when games were not patchable.
Terrible.
You used to just live with your bugs. Just move on. Your game broke. You buy a new one.
And then you just have to. Yeah, you just have to live life and just get on with it day by day.
We're spoiled, guys.
Not now.
That's
It's
what
all
we're
fine.
saying.
We don't appreciate it, guys. We don't appreciate it.
Which annoys me so much when people are just like, oh, you did it. They have to put out a patch for a game after like the first day. It's like, well, yeah, yeah, they did.
There's
Wait,
no way.
do
There's
you
no
wanna-
way to test like on that scale.
No.
Beta tests are great and all, but like it's still never going to be the same.
Yeah, you still can't test for a server load of when literally anyone can pick up the game because you don't
Yeah.
know how many people are gonna pick up your game.
So as long as you're on top of it and you're fixing it quickly and people aren't waiting 3 weeks Halo to play your game,
You mean
I'm not
forever?
complaining.
Still broken one.
Beauty.
I'm not saying it's still broken, but I'm just saying the last time we tried to play Halo, and the first time I tried in a few weeks, the servers were down. But you know, it just happened.
Wait, Halo 5 or Halo Master Chief Collection?
Yeah, when we tried to play Halo.
Yeah, that
the servers
one
were
day.
That's what I said. I said the first time I've tried to play Halo, like 3-4 weeks or whatever, and the servers were down. It doesn't exactly leave you with a nice taste in your mouth, does it?
I don't know.
I do. It's bad. It's a bad taste. I can make a decisive decision. Hello, yes.
Okay, so there's this game.
There is a game, yes.
Pokemon Go.
There is a game called Pokemon Go, yes.
And it's coming out. Wait, no, okay. What, Luke? What? What, Luke?
What's your problem with Pokemon Go, Luke? What's wrong with you? Why are you the only person I've heard to make that noise about Pokemon Go?
Come at me, bro.
Because for the first like fucking week of its announcement, it's just been hype and speculation.
Yeah,
It's
but,
driven me to the point where I don't give a shit anymore.
but that's the point of this news. This news is actual news. It was announcements.
What is it? What is this?
Okay,
What's the news?
I'm gonna switch to screen. Okay, so basically a leak video came out about Pokemon Go. We're not talking about the leak, but the leak caused them to just like go, okay, we're gonna release screenshots and information on how the game's currently going on. So there's no video. There's just screenshots. But I will show you. I will talk you through the screenshots and tell you about like basically how the game's planned to go. So you get kind of like the game. I have played a game from this company before, their first like augmented reality game, so I kind of get the gist of how this is going to go anyway. But the way it works is like you're seeing a Google Map-esque view of the world, like, but you know it's kind of this stylized Pokemon like view, but it's your map, it's your location. And it uses your GPS to figure out where you are, and it puts like a little trainer standing at where you are. And as you walk around, your phone's kind of just like geotagging the location, and it vibrates when you're near Pokemon, right? When you get to a Pokemon, you can take your phone out, and you can use your camera and look around the area, and there'll be a Pokemon in the area, like kind of like exactly like the Squirtle looks. You'll guys see it in a bit. Like it's just kind of augmented on top of like the camera view, and you can throw Pokeballs at it. Different Pokemon are harder to catch. You can buy different Pokeballs at Pokecenters. Pokecenters are going to be like places in the area that have some significance. So think museums, monuments, stuff like that.
I like the fact you could just walk into like your local like
museum, like I'm getting
gallery
Pokeballs.
or whatever, and say, I'm getting Pokeballs, guys, and the staff are like, what are you doing? What is
Museums are gonna get
this?
so pissed. I can see people banning this. Like no Pokemon Go people in here. But yeah, so you can buy stuff like Pokeballs, they said, and like other items, but they haven't been very specific. And they'll help you capture and find Pokemon, right?
Oh, maybe it's like the old Safari Zone where you can throw like bait and rocks and stuff.
Yeah, they've said if you catch multiple of the same Pokemon, they have a chance of evolving. So apparently that's how they're doing evolution. They haven't mentioned Pokemon battles or if they're going to be in the game, and they have said that legendary Pokemon are going to be at really like hard to find places, and Pokemon are going to be associated to their like biome. So you know you're only going to be able to find water type Pokemon near like say rivers and seas. You're only going to be able to find grass in grass areas, desert in desert areas, stuff
In
like
California, fuck your ice types.
What if you want a fire type though? I'm not supposed to go for that.
You're fucked.
Can I just go in like a bakery and look? Oh wait, no, I got to work and look in the big iron furnace they have. Look in there, right?
But yeah, it looks pretty. This is basically what I expected, having played that last game. Like, I knew
Yeah, that kind of sounds
kind
what I
of
would
like
imagine it would be.
what they were capable of, what they were willing to do. it's making progress. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna come out. If you have the Pokemon wrist bracelet that they're trying to sell, that probably nobody's gonna buy, you get to swing your wrist every time you throw a Pokeball, and imagine you're throwing an imaginary Pokeball at imaginary Pokemon.
And then get real world weird looks at people because you're imagining you're throwing a Pokeball.
I'm gonna get beat back up so many people.
Yeah, this is gonna make bullying nerds much easier. They're just gonna look at the idiot pretending to throw Pokeballs at nothing.
I will protect you, nerds, if I see you. I will protect you.
There's gonna be two types of people. There's gonna be the Pokemon. There's gonna be the Pokemon fans that are gonna see the people and be like, "Oh look, he's trying to catch a Pokemon." There's gonna be other people like, "Look at that fucking freak over there, touching his watch like he's trying to shine it." Like,
Yo, basically.
I like the fact there's a new fancy thing about Pokemon and we've just immediately ruined it.
There's gonna be a guy, you know, there's gonna be a guy at a bus stop trying to catch a Pokemon at a bus stop, and the bus is gonna pull up, take one look at him, and then just drive away.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I'm letting that on my bus.
I'm hyped.
Today's not the day I get stabbed by some weirdo.
Is that, are you on crack, son? Are you okay? Are you on the drugs?
I just want Pokemon battles where to get your Pokemon out, you have to like freaking swing your hand at the other guy. You're just like, go, Pokemon, go!
I like the fact you're gonna swing your wrist to like start the Pokemon battle. You're gonna accidentally punch him, and you're gonna accidentally start a real fight.
Yeah, that'll be great.
It's gonna be great.
There's gonna be so many people.
I like how wildly optimistic this advert is, as opposed to which diverse landscapes people live in.
Yeah, I know, right? This advert's
I was like, yeah, you just go on a little walk. Go a mountain right there. Old ruins. Yep, right there. It's fine.
To be fair, that is where I live.
I mean, I'm saying that there is like some ruins about a 20-minute walk over there. So.
But what about the people that live in New York? What are they gonna do?
Yeah, what if you live in a city? What they get?
They're gonna have to deal with mucks, okay?
They're gonna be they're gonna be catching primers. They're gonna be catching rattatas.
Oh my god, they could use that for so much like social commentary. It's like pollution, muck, gaslight,
Mucks and coughings everywhere. Oh yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I feel like Pokemon aren't gonna do social commentary though.
No,
you're gonna be breaking into churches to find like gas leaks.
Oh no, you've got the graveyard. Oh no, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, they better have battles.
Look at us standing on my grandmother's grave! I'm trying to catch a ghastly motherfucker! Get away from me!
That's gonna be weird, man.
When you love these tech ads, it's just like, whoa, the world is full of hot 20-something-year-olds, and they all just want to do the thing that we're selling.
Yeah, they're all just all about Pokemon. Yeah. I feel like one thing I feel they have to do with this is if you live in a place with like a narrow bridge on it, they've got to put a Snorlax on it, right?
You better.
Because I mean, I'm saying right now, Nintendo, you gotta do it. You got it.
They have to like. There's so many cool references that they can make that I feel like they're just gonna miss out.
Yeah. What other references could they do? Because I can't think of anything right now.
Cut. You can't go past just trees.
Yeah.
Just virtual trees. It's like, but your Pokemon, they're stuck on the other side. You need to learn cut.
It's sort of something horrible. Well, it could be potentially really real. There's going to be so many lost children. So there's going to be kids just like wandering off in the direction like, there's a Pokemon down there. They got to catch it. And then like they just lose their parents.
Look, I don't care.
This
is real.
It's almost if only they had a phone with them at the time, right?
That is true.
Problem solved.
That is true. It is a phone that's actively like tracking their location, so you know you can.
Oh look! Watch out! Well, everyone just saw your Smite Guru score.
I'm not ashamed of that.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to
good
pretend to be ashamed of that score.
Yeah, that's pretty good. On the talk of Nintendo.
Oh my.
Okay, you talk about that. I'll talk about how the fact that apparently a well-respected Japanese newspaper released rumors that Nintendo is stopping the Wii U production because it's so bad. Nintendo denied it, but do you think it's significant that they said that it's...
There's absolutely no way in hell they're stopping the production.
Yeah, that's what they said. They're not starting production, but I feel like it tells a lot. It's quite telling to say that there are rumors that it's going to be it's getting cancelled because, to be fair, it hasn't had the best life of a console. Because apparently, I think they've sold 12.5 million over, is it 2 years now? I think it's 2 years. But that is not good numbers, to be fair to them.
Definitely not good enough numbers, but it's definitely not like whole production.
Yeah, they're not canning it, especially because they probably don't have a new console to bring out yet at this point. So I know that Nintendo are trying to move away from console gaming, like going to more mobile platforms and stuff. But I feel like there are still some who are lost souls out there who continue to buy Wii U's. Don't know who, but they're still doing it. And it just seems weird. Have you ever played a Wii U?
No, I played a Wii U. I don't know. It's just for the releases that it's not for me. It wasn't the console itself. It was more like the lineup that the console had. It just did not interest me one bit.
Yeah, because my brother got one on launch day, and there have not been enough good games for it. Like, he sold it to get an Xbox One before Christmas, and I think the only games he enjoyed on it, he got Zombie U with it, which was good for like his first playthrough. That was kind of he said that was kind of good. He got Hyrule Warriors, which was pretty much just Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda skin, which is cool. I played it a few times, but it's not enough to keep the console. And then he got the new Monster Hunter and the new Smash Bros. But he literally bought them and played them a few times, and that was it. It's like they were not enough to like get him back to the console.
See, Smash Bros was sweet, but then again, maybe it's just wasn't his thing. I'm also looking at Kamal just like rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I know. But yeah,
like, hurry up!
I used to play Super Smash Bros. Melee and Brawl a lot. Like, I couldn't send you Melee because I'd literally broken the disc because it had been played so much.
Yeah.
But I played the new Super Smash Bros. It was just bad. It was just, you know, when you get like a series that just keeps going, you feel like they've just put another one out just for the sake of it.
You thought it was bad?
It wasn't bad. It was just, it had nothing special to it. Like, it didn't improve on anything. It didn't make me hyped to play it again.
Sorry about that. Wait, what game is this?
I like Super Smash Brothers.
No, we're talking about how Nintendo, there's been claims that Nintendo were going to cease Wii U production, but it's not true. But we're talking about how there's like not many things that have made the Wii U a success, and that led us to like how games like Smash Bros. Haven't really brought in the audiences that we thought they would, essentially.
The Nintendo games on the Wii U are awesome. But there's not enough of them, and they're too far apart. No, but they're some of the best games Nintendo's ever made. Smash Bros. Is great. Like, Yep.
I was saying this to Luke that it was better, but there was nothing new or like innovative about it, so it didn't bring me back to it. Like, my brother bought Smash Bros. As soon as it came out because he had a Wii U for a while.
But that's not what the community, like the hardcore Smash Bros. Community wanted anyway. Like, they were upset with the amount of changes that was already in the Wii U one until they finally decided to like give it a shot, and they kind of won them over because like there's a massive Melee community that like meets up at EVO every year and has like huge Smash Bros. Tournament. And
yeah, no, I used to play Melee all the time.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I think like the I thought Smash Bros. Was great. I thought Splatoon was great. I thought like it's just there were few and far between, and in the middle of all of that like mess, no AAA publisher was making games for it.
Yeah, they did talk about how they were trying to get like other platforms to release on their game, but obviously no one really did it. Because I know they had Zombie U as a launch title, which wasn't done by Nintendo, and that went down well.
That was the Ubisoft
but then,
one, yeah.
Other than that, there were a few like other ported games. Like they had Arkham Asylum, and they had Assassin's Creed 3.
Like,
but it's not enough, right?
Yeah, I think that's the case, and I think as well as that, it's well known that Nintendo's releasing a new console this year. Like, this isn't something people don't know. and it's holding people off buying a Wii U. I think anyway, like people that were like on the edge.
Just want the
Like
new
I've been an edge case for the Wii U for a long time, and I have a PS4 that I'd probably play on, I play on as much as I play on a Wii U. So like it's not that like financially unviable for me, but it's just. Yeah, it's just, I know that there's a new console coming out. I'm 90% sure that it's going to have backwards compatibility with Wii U games. So, like, why bother?
Why not just wait for the new console and get whatever Wii U games that you would have got for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the GameCube.
Yeah, basically. And Nintendo's always been like this. It's always been like, it's been an N64, and then it's been a GameCube, and then it's been a Wii, and then it's been a Wii U. And it's like, hopefully this one's another smash, like, hit, like the Wii was and the N64 was before that. Like, fingers crossed.
Yeah. But I feel like it always happens that Nintendo always released their console, and then, like, the next year, everyone else releases their next-gen consoles, so it always leaves Nintendo, like, playing catch-up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is a problem they've had. But I think what they need to do and what they want to do is, like, was the Wii, like, the Wii, nobody cared that the Wii was graphically inferior to the other consoles.
Yeah, because it was billed as like a family console sort of thing.
Yeah, because they weren't trying.
It was a casual.
Yeah, they weren't trying to do anything. Was that? I think also what's going to help Nintendo is, like, technologically the game has slowed down. Like, the next consoles are not going to be much better than these ones. And the ones after that are going to be even less better than these ones are.
Yeah, we've reached, like, a peak at this point. So.
Like, transistor production is slowing down greatly. Intel's having issues making processors that are faster, so I think that's going to give Nintendo a little bit of an edge that they didn't have in the past with the gap that's going to happen between this one.
Yeah, there won't be, like, the outdated console or the weaker console as much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Plus, what's Xbox One and PS4 still have at least 3 years on them?
Xbox One was 2 years ago, I think, because I got mine last year and it had already been out for a year, I think. So this is the third year now.
This is year 3, I think. Yeah.
They were 7-year life cycles.
Yeah, so they've still got a while on them. So if Nintendo could come out with a console now that is better than them or as good as them, but with the things that Nintendo can only bring, like finally a new Zelda game and finally a new Mario game that's actually good, like it could, I could see it selling like hotcakes. I really could.
Yeah,
listen, like it's kind of a sign because they've like held on to these flagship titles so hard that people would kill for another Mario, and people will kill for another Zelda.
Dude,
I mean, it's the same as Pokemon. You can bring out new ones, and everyone will still come back to it and buy it straight away.
The Zelda U, the Zelda they've been working on for ages and still hasn't released. I know for a fact the reason that game has not come out, and no, I don't have any sources. I just know, I believe it so hard. The reason that game hasn't come out is because Nintendo's, like, as a business, they don't want to spend that game on the Wii U. They don't want to waste.
Yeah, they want it to be the big launch title for the MX or whatever.
So I imagine they're gonna do a Twilight Princess deal where it comes out on the Wii U, because they did promise the Wii U fans that bought the Wii U for it that it would come out on the Wii U, but a better version, a slightly more HD, slightly less loading time, slightly bigger world version is gonna come out at the same time on the next Nintendo console. And that's probably what I feel like they're going to do. God damn it, just release the console already. Release the game. I want it. I will buy your freaking console. I will give you my money. I want a new Zelda game. The guy making it is promising that he wants this to be as big as a jump for Zelda games as Ocarina of Time was from the original, like, series. So, like, he's noticed
that's a big jump.
Like, yeah, because Zelda's become very... what's the word? Like,
rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's got an order to it. Everybody knows that order.
It's stagnated.
Yes, and they want to change that, and they want to make it fresh, and they want to make it new, and they want it to be a game changer. And hopefully it is. Hopefully it's not all big talk.
Yeah, you know what? Nintendo are like for bringing out the same titles, so
yeah,
over and over again. But then they did change it with like I guess you could say Super Mario Galaxy did it, so. They did a bit of a big change, and that worked. So
Nintendo, like, I mean, the credit I give them is old credit, so I don't know that they even deserve it. But like, when it was like when it back in their heyday, like back in the 64's time, like they set like paradigms that we still use for games today. Like game design today is like 100% kind of dictated by how Nintendo went into the 3D realm was the N64.
Yeah. Yeah, since we're talking about all the new generation stuff, do you want to talk about the PlayStation 4.5?
Oh yeah, I might as well. We're already kind of down that road.
Yeah.
Right. So there have been a few articles over the past week, and I didn't add any of them until this one came out because I felt like, nonsense, unfounded, there's not much information, hype train crap, probably not true. That's what
And
I
then
felt
they
like
brought this one out.
Yeah, and then Eurogamer released their article, and Eurogamer basically says, like, this is happening, we're putting all of our, like, journalistic credibility on the fact that we have very good sources, and they have all told us that this is a thing, and it is happening. And basically they were like, but we still don't have much information. We just know that Sony is working on an upgrade to the PlayStation 4. We know it's not another generation, but it's not the PlayStation 4. Like, it's this kind of mid-generational update. And the article goes on to talk about, like, the three possibilities.
Yeah, the three branches it could go down.
Into, yeah. So there's...
the three branches. There's the new, more powerful PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's the PS4 Evolved and the PlayStation Plus.
So basically, they're kind of like... One of their sources have told them the focus on the new PlayStation is going to be 4K. So, knowing that, and knowing that even today, like, was a PC, like, it would be unviably expensive to make a 4K console, they've kind of been like, there's probably, like, starting at the bottom, they were like, it could be just the PlayStation 4, slimmed down, updated, like, CPU so that it can output 4K to the TV, because currently PlayStation 4 and Xbox One both can't actually output 4K. So it'd be updated to output, like, 4K content, like media, you know, but not games. It'd still not be powerful enough to run 4K games, you know?
Yeah.
Option 2 is kind of like a middle-of-the-road thing where, like, it's an updated graphics unit, it's an updated processor, it's got 4K output, and it runs think new 3DS, right? Like, you know, you can put a game in the 3DS and you can put a game in the new 3DS, and in the new 3DS it just runs better. You get more frames, the game looks a bit sharper.
It says they can push past 1080p, but they wouldn't quite make it to 4K.
Yeah, exactly.
From the looks of it. And they said it would make older games run more smoothly as well. And they'd patch it up to, like, freshen up the graphics sort of thing.
And that's probably, like, the most likely route they'd go, because there's an issue was the third option, and the third option would be, like, a full-fledged, like, jump as far as we can without making the price outrageous upgrade. And the issue was that
you'd need, like, whole new parts for that rather than just
it's
optimizing everything you've already got.
It's also the alienation of, like, your market. Like, say I own a PS4, I don't want people to own the new PS4 and be able to play stuff I can't play. I paid for a PS4. I paid for a 7-year-long console. That's what you think when you buy a console, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to be updating, like, every couple of years, because that's, like, a serious drain on your money. Mm-hmm. Especially with the prices that most modern consoles launch at now.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Sony ends up doing. Probably announcement is next year, but they're probably not going to be even announcing it at this E3, so we won't find out for a long time. So, yay! Speculation time for a year. But in the meantime, I was just kind of thinking about, like, it's weird because, like, VR is coming into fruition right now, and Sony's trying it, and Microsoft wants to have HoloLens come out within, like, the next 5 years, and there's a reality that Sony's obviously realized, and I know Microsoft is internally realizing, and it's that these consoles aren't very powerful. And they're not going to be able to do the things they want to do with the hardware. And I don't know. I feel like if this happens, and if Microsoft follows suit, and I feel like there's a good chance that Microsoft will end up following suit because of the fact that the Xbox is so underselling, like, compared to the PlayStation, that they're going to have to kind of follow the trendsetter, which is Sony right now. I feel like consoles are slowly becoming more and more PC. Like first.
I mean, yeah, because they talk about like updating, like they talked to Reggie talked about being able to update the hardware and stuff in your console and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's essentially like a gamer rebuilding his own custom PC.
Exactly, and there's like the Xbox, like with the new Xbox update, got a new OS. Basically, it got Windows 10. They're running on APUs, which are basically just CPUs from PCs. They're running like and now maybe update cycles that are 4 years long instead of 7. Like slowly but surely turning into PCs.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know how that's gonna go down. I don't know.
But then what will the PC elite gamers say to console gamers?
More than that, like the whole thing about consoles is it's more financially viable. And it's like, where does that go? Like, what about,
that's true.
What about the gamer who wants to play every game, all of the new stuff, but also isn't freaking rich as hell?
Yeah, like, they don't want to have to buy new graphics cards or some new drivers every time like the best new game comes out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting in the next couple of years.
Yeah, you better start saving your monies. Yeah, and then there was this thing about Sony trying to bring PlayStation titles to Android and iOS.
Dragon just called me out in chat. Dragon just called me out. They called me out for the million I gave myself last time. Because of your mod hacks. No.
I mean, you did use mod hacks, to be fair.
No, Dragon. Anyway.
Yeah, it was another little thing that Sony did. They announced that this new company ForwardWorks, which was supposed to aim to deploy some games and things to smartphones and stuff like that. Yes.
Ooh. Cool.
Did you not put this one out?
No, that was not me.
Well, me either. So I guess it was. Did you put it out, Luke?
Nope.
Guess it was Josh then. But yeah, apparently they've set up a place called ForwardWorks Corporation in Japan, and apparently it's solely going to be geared towards operating software and devices on its smart device. And it's been given 10 million yen startup. And essentially, it looks like it's supposed to be like a subsidiary of PlayStation, and it's gonna like work with like the PS Vita sort of company to like try and.
I guess that's a use for the PS Vita designers that are doing.
Yeah, right.
Now.
Yeah, right. And they're gonna be trying to like incorporate some of their games into the into iOS and into Android. So I guess you could kind of say it's sort of doing what Nintendo's doing and going towards
I was just gonna say
smartphone market.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it seems like they're following Nintendo's lead down there in Japan.
I mean, to be fair, it's like lots of people play games on their phones and stuff now, so it's kind of a smart market to get into.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're definitely beating Microsoft because everyone knows Windows phones got no games.
Oh, Windows.
It's not even a joke. It's just truth.
That's true.
So I have one game on my. Well, does QuizUp count as a game or is that an app?
A game, sure, let's play a game.
Okay, I have 2 games on my phone. And the other one is a Pokemon emulator, which now I don't play because I've got Pokemon Red on my DS now.
So 1. Back to 1.
So yeah, back to 1 game and it's QuizUp. But those podcasts though.
The future is mobile gaming. Oh god.
Woo!
No, thank you.
That's what everyone wants to hear, right?
I don't want this now.
I know. Just
Guys,
no one wants this.
we'll be playing Candy Crush for the rest of our life. Are you ready?
God, I'm sad.
Are you ready for the Candy Crush MOBA?
I hate the fact that Candy Crush is like a thing.
I'm just amazing that amazed that like.
I mean, you are amazing, but continue.
It's just Bejeweled, right? But with candy.
I mean, it is literally Bejeweled, yeah.
Like, I don't understand how like you can make that game and just switch it to candy and suddenly become like the biggest game in existence.
There's so many games like that. I've seen some of the games my mum has on her tablet, and they're literally all the same. Like they're all the same game, but with slightly different reskins.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh no, these are different games. Like, why? But they look different. But you're doing the same thing every time.
This
I guess
isn't a new thing. Like Bejeweled knockoffs were happening back when I had a freaking Nokia and like had to run on like a black and white screen.
Bejeweled on my Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
I don't understand Candy Crush. I don't get it, but hey.
I feel like it's made by people who are like understand marketing as opposed to people who understand games.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so popular with like middle-aged women and people who have no interest in games. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a very popular thing.
But I was going to talk about Ubisoft a bit before, so I'm going to go straight back to it now. Because you were nice to Ubisoft before, but I feel like I should just bring it back a bit.
No, let Ubisoft have this. Let them have their good time.
No, I can't do it. They released a sale bundle on Steam as part of the Easter weekend sale that they've got. Okay. And all of the games that they bundled together come with a total of £67. And individually put together, they all cost £48.
Yeah, I saw this. I don't know what they were thinking. Really?
Yeah.
Did they fix it?
Nope, but still up there.
Really? Damn.
They've also got an Ubisoft Prime pack and an Assassin's Creed pack, which also total up to being more expensive than the actual game.
I guess the deal is that you get to give Ubisoft more money.
Right. So yeah, and there's a little screenshot there which it totals it all up for you. It says price of individual products that much, and it says your cost right underneath it. So if you're buying it, like, you're an idiot. Because it tells you right there you're paying like 20 quid more than you should be.
I can see people walking into that though and just assuming, like, reading it really quickly and assuming like that it was the other way around. Like, because who clicks on a deal and assumes that they're paying more money? How is that a deal? That's not a deal. I'm pretty sure that's not even like in the definition. I'm pretty sure that's like illegal. I'm sure you could probably sue them like for something in America.
Yeah, probably. I'm pretty sure they're going to be Americans suing them for that, but it's just. I just want to point out that Ubisoft, they're not all great today. There's a couple of little things, but you could always just blame that on the marketing department as opposed to the devs.
Yeah.
How about that? Does that make you feel better about it?
It does, yes. Ubisoft devs are trying. They're trying the hardest. They did bad things, and now they're trying to fix it.
So now I'm going to move on, and I'm going to continue with the trope of that I have to talk about something about Fire Emblem every week. And because I found out that, you know how they were doing a fan translation team for Fire Emblem Fates because it was taking so damn long to get a release date?
Yeah, I did. I heard about this. I also heard about the bad news.
Yeah, they had a... Well, no, there was good news in the end. But they had faff with the developers because they got in trouble or something, and then they just decided, you know what, this is too hard, we're disbanding. I assume that's the bit you heard.
Too much work for too little, like...
Yeah, it was too much work for too little response and too little thing. But apparently within 24 hours, they had immediately reformed again.
Oh.
With entirely different people from the community.
That's community for you guys.
Yeah, apparently they made an announcement or whatever on some forum that they were giving up because it was too much effort. And then they immediately got flooded with requests saying, "Oh no, we'll help." And then I think one original person from the team said, "Okay, I'll collect them all together." And then there's just an entirely new team, and they're right back to where they were before they disbanded.
Cool, that's nice. I heard that they've already got like the first 3, like the main stories finished, and they're only doing like extra stuff now. Yeah,
I think. Yeah, they said the main thing was. I think the biggest stumbling point was all of the support conversations.
Yeah, because Fire Emblem was like crazy.
I think they said there was a good like 500 odd possible storylines with the support because like obviously every character can have a relationship with every other character.
Yeah.
And then obviously it can change depending on like your particular character's characteristics and that. So.
Yeah.
And how they all interact with each other during battles and stuff. So I guess that's probably the biggest stumbling block. Because there's just so much damn text to translate.
Yeah, I can see that. Ben's waifu was just...
But no, they're back to doing it, and then I'd imagine... Oh no, Ben.
Ben, your waifu.
Let me just do this. Yeah, there you go. I chopped off the dragon's wings, so you are avenged, Ben. I did it. Okay, and then we have one more bit of gaming news before we move on.
Quick.
It's because I'm in charge of the things. I can rattle through stuff. and you're on the phone, so.
That is true.
and it is about some legal faff for Ark Survival Evolved.
Ooh,
which
legal
I think is
faff. My favourite type of faff.
I know, right? It's actually quite interesting. From what I gathered from the story, it's that obviously this is their first game, Ark Survival Evolved.
It is, yes.
And
they're wrecking shop for their first game, may I say.
Yeah, that's right. But because of their wrecking of shops that you so mentioned,
oh no,
they're being hit with a break. They were being hit with an lawsuit from who was it? It was from Trendy Entertainment.
Why? Why?
Because it's from a lot of the people who work for Wildcard Games used to work at Trendy Entertainment.
Oh no, they're just jelly now. That's just sad.
Well, I mean,
just let them go. That's just sad.
Apparently, they've alleged that
they were doing it on like work time. Is that what they're trying to say?
No, they would go with apparently Stieglitz, who was Jeremy Stieglitz is the head of Wildcard Games, and he was the former creative director of Trendy. And apparently, when he left, he had signed a waiver to say that he wouldn't engage in competitive activities, so like a non-compete disclosure or whatever.
Oh no!
And then they're claiming the Ark is like breaking that.
Wait, what does Trendy do though?
They're also a game company.
Oh, I've never really heard of them.
They made Dungeon Defenders.
Oh, fair.
They're also claiming that they've been like poaching staff from them and soliciting
oh no
stuff like that. Yeah.
Damn.
So it's yeah.
You know what? I can kind of see that.
But it is true. It's apparently there are over 6 former Trendy employees working at Wildcard Studios.
How many employees do they have total though? Like.
How many employees?
If they're like 100 people company, like that's not that much.
I will check that for you. And also, what was it? Stieglitz's wife is a co-founder of the studio, and she used to work there as well, which is weird. But they seem to feel like that's also some kind of issue. I guess.
How dare they? How dare his wife move to work at his company?
I know, right? Apparently, Wildcard are actually hiring right now, according to their website.
Oh, I can get a job.
Yeah, they're looking for a gameplay programmer, lead animators, VFX artists, and technical artists. I know that's not helpful for what you asked me, but I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah. But it's I don't know. That's a tough one because you can see it, like you know, you can see the dude leaving the company.
It does sound very plausible, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just can you like how do you prove that? And
yes, how do you prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are like actively harming?
And what does a non-compete like entail? Like, because that game isn't in the same genre as their game.
Yeah, right.
Like it's just the game. Like, so he's not really competing with them. Like. He's not taking anything from them, you know.
He's not made like a directly competing game that's of the same genre.
And it also does kind of feel like because they've waited so long, Ark's been around for so long. It does kind of feel like they've been like, oh, Ark's making money. I guess we can get some money out of this. Like,
yeah, it does seem a bit smash and grab sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whose side to be on here.
But Wildcard's lawyers released a statement, and it kind of reads what it says. I'll just read the whole statement out. It's only a few lines. It says, Trendy's complaint reads more like a salacious tabloid story than a short and plain statement of the ultimate facts, showing Trendy's entitlement to relief.
Oh, wow.
And many of the allegations are disparaging and include simply be provocative, and that they are irrelevant, immaterial, impertinent, and scandalous.
That's a lot of talk right there.
They're just like, essentially that's just like, we ain't having none of that.
Yeah, this
is what they're pretty
much... and they're just
like, this some bull right here is what they've essentially said in lawyer terms.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I guess we'll see how this plays out. We'll keep everybody updated.
But I think they've got kind of a loophole that Stieglitz, who's the who founded Wildcard, he's not on the employee books as an official employee or designer. He's apparently a consultant.
Oh.
So I feel like they may have put that title in his is that his title to avoid this sort of thing happening?
Maybe.
Possibly. Because I guess if he's consulting, they can't complain about him doing competitive activities. He's just consulting for the company that he happens to run, that happens to be releasing a game, that happens to be outselling Dungeon Defenders.
Yeah, I get that. Well, it seems like they know what they're doing. It seems like they have very good lawyers. So, hey.
But the only thing the trend you're looking for an injunction, which means that if the worst possible thing happens, could be suspended from sale or removed entirely if the worst of the worst happens. Which just seems like a lot of sour grapes at that point.
Yeah.
Is that we can't have this game, so you can't have it either.
So that's what they're asking for then.
Pretty much.
Damn.
But they're also. I'm looking at another article by Kotaku, and they also say the words they've used is they're accusing Wildcard of torturous interference. Which I feel like they're just using lots of big words to try and...
law, Andy. This is law.
Yeah, and they've filed for injunctive relief and damages. And they want a temporary injunction while all of this, court stuff happens, which is absurd, because from what I know about law, this could take,
Oh yeah. Oh no, you don't want them to
years.
get an injunction as well, because they will just spend money prolonging the lawsuit.
Yeah, they'll just drag it out, and then so they can stop it from happening, and then they're hoping it'll just run out.
Yep. Injunctions are dangerous business. Dangerous.
But now I've just found another thing where it says that this non-compete agreement between the two of them got knocked from 3 years to 1 year, and then that ended August last year.
Huh.
So it kind of means
I guess the argument would be that he started work before then, though.
Yeah, they're saying that he was working on it since he got made redundant, and that he launched it as soon as it was over.
Then that's probably true.
It's probably entirely true, but it still it may well be dodgy, but it's still a loophole.
Yeah.
That I would feel works.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, it said
none of us are lawyers. If you can't tell.
What do you mean? Oh, I sounded super lawyer there, right? I said injunction and litigation and impending trial. That's lawyering, right?
That is some lawyer-like words right there.
I am a proper. I've seen 2 seasons of Franklin and Bash. That's a show about lawyers. So therefore, I am a lawyer, right?
Yep.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's all I have to say. I've rambled about fucking lawsuits 2 podcasts in a row now. I feel this is gonna be a thing.
Is this your new interest, Andy? Gaming lawsuits.
Yeah. Gaming lawsuits. I'm changing career, guys.
I'm gonna be a games lawsuit journalist. I can do it.
I can say non-competes and impending litigations, which I've already said 5 minutes ago, but still.
Let's talk about
racist AIs.
Okay, so there was an entry in here in our link dump for the chat. We have a link dump, and we put links in the link dump so that we have stuff to talk about. But there was an entry in here in technology. I know I'm kind of leaping here, but that said weird, fake / maybe not fake photos.
Oh, yeah.
Of new, they're fake. News has come out since then that has the guys who made them have been yep, they're fake, so that's not news anymore.
Alright, fair enough. Just to sum it up, someone released some pictures of a controller with no buttons and claimed it was part of the Nintendo NX thing.
Yeah. It was based on a patent that isn't official, but also not actually most patents, it just kind of it people Apple, for example. Apple will patent everything, even if it's not doable. Yet was modern technology.
Yeah, just to stop everything, anyone else having it sort of thing.
Yeah. So this was a patent filed by Nintendo in December. So some people 3D modeled and made a controller that looked like it, and they were like, "Look, it's real." But as the article that we have linked has actually been updated, both of the guys who leaked, they were 2 separate people who individually decided that they were going to fake the same thing, and I think that's why it picked up.
That's probably why, because 2 people got the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty coincidental. It's pretty impressive. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a real thing, so everyone get excited, then immediately stop getting excited.
Yeah. Or don't get excited if you hated the way that controller looked, which I did. God damn.
I mean, it looked really weird. I did not like it.
I'm gonna try to fight this dragon again. I think it's just gonna keep beating me up because it knows I'm a cheater.
No. Apparently you are incorrect.
Yes, I won!
Oh. You won the first time as well.
Oh. I won twice!
Yeah, well, anytime you win is just irrelevant because you cheated and gave yourself 1,000,000 scales. But I want to talk about the real news now. Come on, the real tech news. The only important tech news that happened this week.
Okay.
And it's about Microsoft making an AI, which immediately turned racist.
Yeah.
I feel it's a very good social commentary.
Hello, world! I am a Hitler supporting, Jew hating, anti-feminist AI, and I'm ready to talk. Oh god, someone's gonna quote
So basically,
part of me.
Basically, Tay Tweets was an AI bot that was created by Microsoft, and it was supposed to track and trend like tweets and that of millennials, and communicate with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently, it latched onto the worst people in the world.
It's Microsoft's fault because they made it so that you can like teach it by DMing it. So like basically
so
groups like 4chan and stuff
it was
just
gonna
started
be
DMing it. Yeah, they just started DMing it like nonsense. Yeah. And this is what happens. Some of these tweets are just like magical to read.
Yeah, some of them they're just absurd.
The Donald Trump supporting as well. Apparently, we're gonna build a wall, and Mexico is gonna pay for it.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
What race is the most evil to you?
I believe the words comedically racist come in play at this point.
Comedically.
Bush did 9/11. Oh god. It's a conspiracy theorist too, and Hitler did nothing wrong apparently. I just love this one. I love this one where somebody like tweets a picture of Adolf Hitler to it, and the AI circles Hitler's face and goes, "Swag alert." I was just like, this is impressive, Microsoft. This is impressive.
Yeah, I was like, it requires so much effort just to make it go so racist so fast.
It's like swagger since before the internet was even a thing. Luke has broken his shirt, but we'll ignore that.
Okay.
Just in the middle of the podcast, just being like, yeah, no.
That's not how shirts work. Wait. Oh wow, I'm like choking on myself.
But yeah, it got taken down. Wasn't it within like 48 hours? It got taken down for being just too much.
Within 2 days, it was taken down for good reason. Something that people don't talk about is Microsoft actually didn't. This wasn't the only like air quotes AI thing that they put out. They made one that they released in lots of different regions, and there was a Japanese one. The Japanese one is currently an otaku and is in love with anime and manga and just loves it, and is talking about figurines that she wants to buy and the anime that she's watching right now, and it's adorable. And then there's Hitler.
Well, I believe it turned into what you would call a weeb.
Yeah.
Fucking weeb.
From what I understand.
It's then there was TAI.
Yeah, which was definitely not a weeb, just a racist, just a horrible, horrible racist. Or alternatively, Donald Trump's campaign manager.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I read I know this has got nothing to do with any of these things, but I read an article on Cracked about how Trump compares to Trump's rise to power becomes like mirrors Hitler's, and it's terrifying how close it is. Absolutely terrifying.
Hashtag too political.
Yeah, far too political, I know, right? How dare I talk about current events that aren't gaming? It's the worst, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll just not then.
I can't believe Josh is still on.
Well, maybe he's just asleep forever now.
I guess we're gonna do entire podcasts of that. No, I mean I'm not. Don't worry. Like I'm not giving him sass. I'm just surprised.
No, I know. I just wanted to point out for the viewers that it is incredibly stupid clock for him right now.
Yeah, we make Josh wake up at like 7 in the morning to do this.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets for living in upside down.
God damn, Sunday as well.
Yeah, no thank you. I woke up at freaking 1 p.m. today.
It's because you people have broken like internal clocks.
Look, it's because I want to hang out with my
saying...
friends, but I also want to hang out with my friends, and it's difficult.
I totally wouldn't have done the same thing if I didn't have work this morning.
But okay, so I guess we can talk about Daredevil, and then talk about Erased, and then talk about Daredevil again. And I can talk about Batman vs Superman a bit because I watched Batman vs Superman, but I can't talk about it a lot. So we'll start with Daredevil. Daredevil. How many episodes have you guys seen each?
I have seen 10 episodes.
I have seen all of them as well. Opinion. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it better than season 1 or is it worse? Go.
It's exactly the same.
Okay, and Andy?
It was worse for a while. No, it was the same for the first few episodes, then it got worse. And now I believe it's better at the point I'm at now.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like the first few episodes I was like, this is Daredevil, good. And then
it sort of peters off for a bit, and you're like, this is just this isn't very special. Then the thing happens, and you're like, oh yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of my issue was.
Season 1.
Was it in the middle? That's the thing, though. I'm not gonna remember that well. You might be right, but I'm not gonna remember it that well. But either way, like I feel like by the end of having finished it myself, I feel like it was really good. It was easily as good as season 1, and yeah, and I'm happy with it. So if you don't know about Daredevil, and you don't know if you should watch Daredevil, you should watch Daredevil. Now, on your way, you little children who haven't watched Daredevil, go watch now. It's okay. We'll be here when you come back.
When are we going spoiler mode?
Now I'm gonna do Batman vs Superman. Has anyone watched Batman vs Superman?
No, I am no interest in Batman vs Superman.
Watching it tomorrow.
Okay. I have seen Batman vs Superman. Batman vs Superman is an amazing beast. It is critically destroyed.
Yeah,
I've read the reviews of it.
And then rises from the ashes from normal people.
You're not too far off. I'm gonna go actually check the Rotten Tomato again because now it's been out for a couple days. Not for the critic score. I know that the critic score is not.
Yeah, I mean, critics always pan films. Like the audience scores are always different to them. They very rarely agree.
I haven't seen this kind of discrepancy in a while, to be fair.
Really, a lot of films I look on Rotten Tomatoes there seems to be a lot of discrepancy.
The critic score is still really low. Fan score is still fairly high. Like it's 73% liked it, which is for a film that's pretty solid.
Standard, right? Yeah, I'd say 3/4 of the audience liked it. Yeah, that's alright.
It's the difference between going to a movie for a job and going to a movie just to watch a movie.
I mean, yeah, if you go there as a reviewer, you're going there looking to criticize.
Yeah, but
you're not going there to enjoy it.
But see, that's when when we came. Okay, just to be clear, when me and my brothers and my friend who was over went to watch the movie, and we liked it. We came out, we were very happy with it. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's the best superhero movie ever. I'm just saying I enjoyed it.
Because that's going to be X-Men Apocalypse, am I right?
Without going into details. But I found that my brothers and my friend were they were kind of insulted by the critical reception of it, and lots of people do say stuff like, oh, critics are going in they're going in harsh and stuff. But it's not I feel like movies that are worse than this by the same critics have had better ratings. So I can't wait for you guys to watch it and for us to have a spoiler discussion, because
you already know how I'm probably gonna feel about it.
I don't think so, but I think we'll see. Because I heard the stuff you were saying, and only one of those points I think was actually gonna pan out in the movie. The other ones I don't think.
Oh no.
No, I mean the other bad ones. I don't think they are actually that. But I don't want to say anything about it. While I talk about the rest of this, I'm gonna bring the greatest YouTube video of all time on the screen. Oh my god, this video video makes me so sad.
Yeah.
This video makes me so sad. So this is a video of Ben Affleck He is in an interview with the Superman dude, who I forgot his name, and
Henry Cavill.
Basically, the interviewer tells them that the reviews have just come out. They didn't know, and he tells them that it's basically being panned. And it's just a video of Ben Affleck's face basically the entire time. So I'm gonna keep that up as we talk about how it's being panned.
Yeah, what was the last thing Ben Affleck did before this that wasn't like garbage?
That's the thing. He did.
I think it was a good movie.
Yeah, he did that one was that where he was like he had the crazy wife that was amazing. Gone Girl.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah, I forgot he was on. Yeah.
Gone Girl was epic. But I just feel bad for the dude got like freaking. He tried to be in character, like he tried to literally like be Batman, and he got ripped and he did all the work and.
He is one of those cast members you would love to have in your cast because he throws everything into the movie and throws everyone.
You don't know Daniel Day-Lewis.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
He's like the method actor of method actors. He like lives in his role.
No, but I don't just mean that. I mean like he reworks the script. He helps the other actors with like directions for scenes. Yeah. He's like living this movie.
Yeah.
And
I've heard some people would find that kind of like pretentious. Like, I was like, wait, I don't need. Do they ask for his help, or does he just like walk in and decides I'm helping you because I know more than you?
It's a difference between people who think they're amazing at their jobs and people who know that this guy has been around.
That's what I'm asking. Like, is he? Which one is he? I don't know.
He's one of the guys that's been around. He's been on the scene for ages, and if you don't if you're not willing to look at his advice, then you're stupid.
Yeah,
I feel like I was just deliberately trying to make it negative at that point.
Yeah, a little bit. But I don't want to get into the critique too much, but like to be vague, people feel like it's the critics have been saying kind of the uniform opinion of critics is that they found its plot convoluted, and
that's what I've been hearing.
And they felt like the movie was inconsistent, and they felt like there were scenes that like weren't easy to interpret. What I will say is that I went to watch this was the same people that I went to watch Avengers 2 with, and these people found this movie easier to follow than Avengers 2 was. So like I don't know that I feel like a lot of the critics just because like Avengers 2 had loads of references to past Avengers movies, and this has
oh yeah, that's true. I'm because I hadn't seen Captain America movies, so I just missed all of those references. Like I had no idea what these things what was happening at that point.
Yeah, but I don't
that's
know.
True.
I guess we'll wait and see. What I'll say is I enjoyed it, but the people who don't like it really don't like this movie. So it's not I can't tell viewers, for example, go watch it, you'll have some fun at least, because you're either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. Like,
can I just say something as well?
Yeah.
The Batman fans, or the supposed Batman fans that are complaining about this portrayal of Batman need to shut up and know what they're talking about.
Yeah, so many people that have only like seen like one Batman film or a cartoon show once, like they're like, "Oh, this isn't how Batman's meant to be." It's like, shut up, you don't know. Yeah. You don't know.
It's like, oh, this isn't the Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises. No, it's not meant to be the same guy. Like, he's older now. He's seen some things. He's had horrible shit happen to him. This isn't spoilers. Batman is confirmed to be older in this movie, so that's gonna be the case. And he's not your run-of-the-mill.
People age? What are you kidding me?
This isn't like your common garden house Batman.
Yeah, I mean, this is
common and garden Batman.
Like, this is stuff they don't mention in the film. Like strictly, like okay, just to get to what Ben said. I don't mean the overall plot. The overall plot of this movie and Avengers 2 and every superhero movie will always be simple because it will always be I want to punch bad guy in face. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
But
Batman is bad, we must punch Batman.
If you haven't seen the other...
Sorry. Yeah?
No, I was going to say, I'm probably going to say the exact same thing as you were. What are you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, the part that reviewers found convoluted about this, and the part that I was referencing when I was talking about Avengers 2, is the tie-ins, is the references to the other stuff, it's like the callbacks to the comics, it's stuff like that, which this movie has a lot of, and Avengers has a lot of, and I think, like, and I can't speak for them, because, like, I knew what they were referencing. Like, you know, I knew what they were referencing in both movies, but like, but I feel like this movie, people will like, it wasn't as obvious. They didn't feel like they were missing out on something. That's what my brothers felt like. They didn't feel like they were missing out on something, like, when there was a reference, but they felt like it was Avengers.
Well, the stuff that they were missing out on was just so, like, throwbacky, so...
Yeah.
Like, in the past, that... they're minute and, like certain lines...
It's kind of irrelevant if you miss it.
Like, there's gonna be the comic fans that go and think, that was from The Dark Knight Returns, that line right there.
Yeah.
And then, the person next to you's not gonna really pick up on that, but they're still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
As much as they would have if they read the comic.
Yeah.
It's just that extra sense of enjoyment from, I know where that's from. That's brilliant.
There is the downsides, like, in this film of obviously, like, they are doing, like, there is a financial aspect, there's a reality that DC needs to catch up with Marvel. That's what they feel like financially. And that reality has unfortunately affected this film.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
Isn't that why the people said they were, like, because they thrusted in, like, Aquaman and Wonder Woman and stuff, right? And they said that was kind of why they were doing it.
I will say, I'm trying not to say anything because Luke's in the call, but, like, and he was dreading about it yesterday and everything. They didn't, other than Wonder Woman, like, those characters are air quotes in the movie, but they never claim, like, that they're touching on them yet. Like, they're just like it's a reference of references. It's like this really distant, like, there's gonna be stuff on these guys. Like, they're not trying to tell their story in this movie because that would be impossible and they'd ruin it. Like, so
they would just oversaturate the plot, right?
Yeah, it would. Honestly, I was really happy with how they went about Aquaman and Cyborg and all that in this film because they didn't really touch them at all, and I didn't want them to. Pardon?
Aquaman was the guy with Khal Drogo, right? Jason Momoa.
Superman is going to be the goddamn arbiter for the Justice League, and it's just no.
Anyway,
no.
We're just gonna have to wait for Luke to see it.
And then you'll get to deal with all this again.
Yeah,
fun, right?
but without me having to be super vague about it.
Yeah, true.
One question.
Okay.
How do you feel about the handling of Doomsday?
That would be the one of all of the characters. That would be the one I would say they did poorly.
Okay.
Like that's the crap one. That's the truly crap one.
That would be the one that I would be surprised by. So.
And I don't even know who that is. I know even less about DC than I know about Marvel.
Because, like, with Doomsday, like, they're changing, like, the story of his creation, and they're also just making him, like, bad guy we need to punch. Like,
yeah. Is he at least presented as the monster that he should be presented as?
He's crazy powerful.
Okay, good.
So there's at least that.
Good.
If there's one thing those guys do know how to do, it's fight scene choreography. Like, they're good at that. Okay. Sorry?
How were the fight scenes?
I love them, but I love the fight scenes in Man of Steel, because I was like, I want you guys to get out of here and go make me a Dragon Ball Z movie. Like,
it would be great.
I feel like that's not the point they were trying to get over.
No,
in the
but
film.
still.
I mean, I guess you still enjoyed it, so I guess it works, right?
Yeah.
You could do it all by sagas as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, and Luke's away in his own little world about his dreaming up his Dragon Ball Z movie now.
Yeah, okay.
amazing.
But Luke, there was already a Dragon Ball movie.
No.
There was a movie that had the name Dragon Ball in it. I will admit to that. Whether or not it was a Dragon Ball movie or was in any way related to the source material is a completely different story.
What they did to that movie was an abomination.
The goddamn teenager.
Ben, are you still here? Because you know what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna talk about Erased. Was that?
Right. Should I go away?
Do you want to watch the show?
Yes.
Yes.
And you should probably
just mute yourself
go
and like dance in the background. Like just mute us. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I need your video to be up.
Just message me.
Ben is right here. Yeah, just mute and I'll put a message in the chat when we're done talking about Erased.
Yeah, we'll fight the dragon in the meantime.
Yeah, you fight that. You fight the dragon.
Right. Okay. 12 episodes. God damn it! They do a lot in 12 episodes?
I know, right? I had no idea how they were gonna. Like, it was such a slow build, and then it was just like so much was put into it, and then it was just like, oh, next episode was the last one. I was like, why? What?
Yeah,
but yeah, it was.
It was. Oh, God, I really love that anime. I think it's easily like climbed up to like one of my favorite of all time.
Yeah, it was really different to the animes I've seen before. I mean, the other two animes I've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But I still really liked it. It was much deeper, and it was much realer.
Yeah.
Like it actually connected with like real issues.
Yeah.
And I definitely felt more connected to it than I did the other two, because the other two were Ben, you know which it was Attack on Titan and
yeah, Full Metal
Alchemist.
Which are nice, but like very surreal, not like
yeah, they're super surreal.
Anything relevant to like this, but like Erase. Can I talk about it in chat? Yeah, you can talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, this is full spoiler discussion, so like.
Yeah, this is full spoiler, so Luke's just gonna have to avoid it.
Oh wait, yeah. I guess I'll tell Luke one sec. Luke. Don't read this.
Don't read that. How is he supposed to know read it? He's not supposed to read it.
Message. Shush. Okay, you're good, Ben. Well, he dawdles his head in the background. Anyway,
yeah.
God, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We'll talk about how it was like real issues and stuff. I was gonna say that would definitely give me the most feels of an anime I've ever done.
Oh my God, the breakfast.
I've no the breakfast scene.
The breakfast scene broke me. I was a broken man after that scene.
I legitimately cried. Just like, I could not deal with it. I was like, no, this is too real. I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh.
Too real. Real people deal with this. I don't like this.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
Let me go just like curl up in the shower and cry for a bit.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Like, it still has that thing like that all anime has. Like, it's still like it's supernatural. Like, but the way they did it so well, like they just like this. There's this supernatural thing that happens, but you never think about it like as a supernatural anime. Like,
yeah, it just sort of happens and then it goes back to normal life, and it's just sort of a thing that's sort of there's like a flash and it happens, and it doesn't like.
Yeah.
It doesn't like intrude on the entire thing.
Yeah, it doesn't like
even
affect the topics they're fighting, like they're trying to prevent, or like they're still trying to prevent them as children, like as powerless children that have information, which is just like, oh no,
I know, it's just like,
They made it feel like it was, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they 100% made it feel like it was real.
Mm-hmm. I like that scene. God damn it! I connected like to that show so much in that scene. I was just like, no, stop it!
Stop hurting my heart. I don't like this.
Okay. What was like? I think that was like for at least for me for sure. Like it was like the most emotional scene of that show.
That was definitely the most. That was 100% the most emotional scene. Yeah, definitely.
How did you feel about? Because this is something we haven't talked about, or. How did you feel about like the future timeline that the show like ends up in?
I like the way it somehow managed to wrap all of it up in like one timeline. I was surprised that they actually managed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Ben before, I thought it was a really nice touch that at the very end he met up with what's her name again? The girl from the pizza place.
Ari, yeah.
Ari, yeah, I thought that was a really nice touch at the end. I was like, I couldn't remember her name, but I remembered who she was, and I was like, yeah, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, so did I. I
said at the end, like the last episodes, that like I didn't know how they were gonna like sum it all up and like bring it all back, but they definitely managed it somehow with like 20 minutes.
No, they did good. I liked how they like how they showed like how his like coma and all of the like activities they had done in just those past like few weeks had affected his friends like and their life and how they went about it and like what they chose to do when they grow up and everything. Like, and there was just like because there was like they had this kind of devotion to him, like back to him,
Yeah.
because they knew he was just like what he had done for them, which is really it's too sweet. And just go to like the actual ending, like Ben said, like they gave the teacher like this weird like kind of Joker-esque relationship with him, like how he was crazy, but he needed like Batman's crazy, like he needed his existence, like type of crazy. Yeah, it was really cool. I liked it.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I had no idea where it was going to go with it when he said, like, I remember everything. I was like, well, he's just going to get pushed off the roof and he'll die, so...
Yeah.
But then the way he put it was like you said, it's Batman and Joker, like, where we complete each other with our, this
in a bit
rivalry that we've had going, despite the fact I've been in a coma for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, it was... One other thing I would mention about it, what was the weirdest thing that was in it?
The weirdest...
But let me tell you, it's where he drowns the hamsters.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was at the one bit that threw me off the entire. I was legitimately watching it, and I was like, "Is the link wrong? Am I watching the wrong thing? What is this?"
Yeah, they had to get you in his messed up head, though.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know he was a total psycho after he murders small children.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you definitely know that he's unhinged. Oh, I just got some hamsters and I drowned them, and then there was one survivor and I just kept him alive.
My brother was talking to me about something though, because I got my brother to watch this, and he was like, the issue he had, and kind of like I agree with him, is that like since all of the murders like in the 15-year future timeline like are past like all of the attempted kidnappings. Firstly, he ended up doing nothing, right? And the second thing is everything's past statute anyway, so like you can't arrest it for attempted kidnapping 15 years ago, but they can arrest it. So like they're only getting him for like the attempted like murder of
Sasori when he's pushed him off the roof, and then the girl.
Yeah, is that gonna give him enough time in prison? I don't know. I don't like the idea of thinking that he's gonna go to court and like get like 15 years or something. I want him dead. I want him behind bars forever.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, no. It's that show, man.
I know, it's awesome.
So intense, too intense.
Yeah.
It didn't feel. It felt like I felt happy with the ending. I felt very like.
I didn't think I was going to be happy with it after I found out how short it was, but I really was, and I was surprised by it.
Yeah, I got all the closure I needed. So.
Yeah.
GG erased. If anybody hasn't seen that show, and honestly, we probably didn't ruin it for you that much because you wouldn't understand what the hell we were saying. So like, go watch it. Do it.
Yeah,
so
definitely
good.
go watch.
Best anime this season, probably best anime this year.
Wait, isn't Attack on Titan coming out this year?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'll tell you a disappointing secret about Attack on Titan.
Tell me.
It gets a bit convoluted. Like the people love the twist the writer starts throwing out, so they just started throwing twists out like where they didn't need to exist.
Awesome.
So yeah, I don't know if they'll get to it in this season, but like it does end up happening eventually, and it kind of ruins the Attack on Titan story for me a bit. But anyway, that's another things.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, let's get Luke back in here.
Yeah, let's allow Luke to join again.
I'm gonna go message him on Facebook.
To be fair, all of those messages that Ben put out is not going to give Luke any spoilers at all. It's just that it'll just confuse him. So.
True. The ding!
Bang!
I love that. It's like a microwave. Like the conversation is now finished.
Yeah, the conversation has been fully cooked.
We're done. Yes.
We talked about it. We did it.
So now on to the final topic of the podcast, which is Dead Up again, but with spoilers this time.
Yeah.
But we can only spoil up to where Andy's seen. Where have you seen up to, Andy?
I've just finished watching episode 10. So, wait, what was the last thing that happened? It was when Fisk was.
Was episode 10 in the prison?
It was just it was just after Karen went in to shoot Punisher, and then his apartment got shut up.
So this Punisher's out.
Yeah, Punisher's out, and Karen went to go see him.
That was my favorite episode of the whole show.
And she was gonna shoot him, but then he said he didn't do it, and then they got shot up, and they were dive for cover, and that was the end of the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to Luke about Daredevil a while ago, and I was literally talking about how I thought Fisk was the better villain.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I finished talking to Luke, I got up to the episode where Fisk appeared, and I was just like, ah!
The Fisk Punisher episode, like, was the Punisher's fight and him like getting him in that cage and then them fighting each other like a little bit. Like, that was my favorite episode of the entire show.
Yeah, we should probably think about that for next time. Ben just said maybe we should make a spoiler sign to put on the layout so people can mute if the spoilers.
You're not a bad idea, Ben. I will actually get on that. I tuned in at the wrong time. Oh no! Oh no!
Whoops!
Sorry.
Whoop.
Look, I'm gonna change the title at least. I'll edit the title so it says 1 Point Podcast 14 Daredevil
Spoiler
discussion. Done. That's the most I can do other than for people who are like in the chat right now who should be hearing this, ideally. Right. Luke.
Yeah.
Go. The floor is yours.
I don't know. I don't know what I can and can't say.
I don't know where to start as well.
Well, if we're definitely on like the whole Punisher trial bit, then that bit was. I really enjoyed the trial because it really got to show off Foggy's lawyering skills, which is a huge character progression for him because he's always relied on that before to handle a lot of the law stuff. I also like
it takes him out of the sidekick sort of light thing.
Yeah,
more into I am an actual character in the show that I have skills that can actually like help.
Yeah.
Rather than in the first season, it was all like I want to bang this blonde chick. I want
to bang this blonde chick, and Murdoch, he's so cool. He's so cool. Let's be friends. He's so cool.
But he did. I will admit, in season 1, he did have that great moment where I think it's one of the best reactions to finding out like your friend is a superhero.
I don't remember.
Where like he brings Matt back to his place, and then he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Like you lied to me. You said you were blind." And
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty big bombshell to drop.
I'll tell you a secret. And I should have told this to Foggy after he found that out. You don't ever trust somebody who's lied to you your entire life about him being blind. He's not gonna tell you everything ever. He was okay with being blind in front of you his entire life when he wasn't really blind.
I mean, it's a huge change. That is like, dude.
But like
what's even real?
In season 1, he had like one of the. Sorry, this comment.
Masses.
Strictly measured as defined as measurement of body's inertia.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
And you're definitely not wrong.
Okay.
That's definitely what mass is.
You know, there's another definition for mass, and it's like when you go to church. And
oh yeah, and you feel like.
Are you about to? You gonna link that together? Daredevil goes to church.
Yep, he does. So back to them.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
He did.
Got his death.
Nice gameplay. 10 out of 10. Would
I think we have another troll, guys.
I think it might be a bot. But anyway, carry on.
Whatever.
Carry on. I'll watch it. I'm watching you.
Basically, and I really liked the whole morality side for Matt coming through. Like what it's okay for him to do, what he's okay to allow other people to do.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of tell with all of him in the Punisher scenes where he's helping out the Punisher. It's like, I don't want you to kill people.
Yeah.
But I want to save you and I want to help you. So like.
Yeah, well, that's like the whole Daredevil sort of thing, right? It's just like, I want to save the city, but I want to save it my way, which is the same thesis that Punisher's got, but they just have different methods.
Yeah.
Well, it also plays onto because there's a huge part of the comics. They didn't really delve too much of it in this season, but there's a huge part of the comics where Matt just loses it. He just absolutely loses his grip on morality and just murders people just like goes out of his way to utterly destroy people's lives and like and kill them and just
Daredevil.
So he goes Punisher, essentially.
In a way, King.
I feel like sorry, yeah.
But this was kind of a one-off story and it's not canon. But there's also another one, which I really think they're going to do for season 3, which I don't think is spoilers. For where Andy's
I mean,
at.
It's speculation at this
Oh,
point.
damn it.
Yeah,
There's
it's,
something I can't say because Andy said so much I can't say. God damn it, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be speculation. There's a comic book series with Daredevil where Kingpin learns about Daredevil's identity.
Right.
And he systematically annihilates Matt's life.
Yeah, dude, I could after that
Sounds like the sort of thing you would do, yeah.
Wait. Yeah, okay, I don't know if what I was just about to say is a spoiler, goddammit. But after a scene that happens in the future, I could totally see that.
But he just
No, I know what scene you're talking about now. Where they're having the conversation over the table.
Yes, you've seen it.
I've seen that.
And then he goes, give me everything you've got on Matt Murdock on his phone.
No, I love his voice.
Yeah, that was episode
Mr. Murdock.
That's one of the best things about Fisk and Kingpin, because his voice is just so amazing.
Yeah. Oh, like that moment he hulks out. Oh, freaking hell.
Yeah.
And like Matt can't even like properly defend himself because he still has to be a blind lawyer. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't just like go out with his skills. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he'll figure out something's going on.
That's what I mean. That one punch that split his lip. He was like,
giveaway.
Yeah, he was thinking about it, and he was like, that was a damn good punch for.
He hits just like that man did.
Yeah, I remember this bruise.
But yeah. So, but in this series, Kingpin destroys Matt's life, but like Matt still holds on to the belief that he should kill people. But like he comes so close to almost killing Kingpin because he could do it whenever he wanted to. But like it's just I can't kill people. But like if they do that for season 3, that is going to be amazing. Seeing that like personal battle within Matt self and also trying to like keep a hold on everything he cares about.
Have you seen the boat thing yet, Andy?
I don't think I've seen a boat thing now.
Damn it. Okay. There's a conversation that's going to happen that is just like, I really liked it. I really liked that conversation.
Yeah. I was going to say a thing about Elektra.
Yes.
How do you feel about Elektra?
Oh, she was done very well.
Dude, she gets so much more interesting. She where you're at, she's probably already starting to get more interesting, but like, dude, it gets even better. Like,
that's not what I was going to say.
At first, I was kind of like indifferent to her. I know you have a dislike towards her. I never minded her. I was just kind of indifferent. But like as they built her character, I was like, yes.
This. Because at first she's just like you think, oh, she's just the spoiled brat, but like goes a bit over the edge. But
then it's a spoiled brat who had like martial arts training, and then it's a spoiled brat who had
just
martial arts training and also is kind of smart, and then it
just progresses so much.
Yeah.
But
it was a murder boner.
He definitely has a murder boner. That's true.
The one scene that I know we can talk about is at the graveyard where he's talking. He's like bleeding out and talking at the same time. God,
Punisher. Oh, okay.
I cried at that scene.
Really?
Yeah, like I understood the feeling. The one where he talks about his girl and like coming back home and like when he saw her.
God damn it, this is not. I don't know why this isn't.
Okay,
before Punisher gets arrested when he's been shot up and all that after he's escaped from the Irish mob.
Oh yeah.
And
we went way back.
He's talking
that
about.
was my issue. I was trying to think forwards. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
He's talking about like coming back to like his little girl.
When he went back, and he was had to read bedtime story and all that.
Yeah.
But he didn't. That's the part that got me.
Yeah.
Like I got super emotional when they were talking about the hug. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's like a really cool thing to add. And then because of all he went through during the war, he couldn't be a family man, and he couldn't read them a bedtime story. He couldn't do things with his family, and like that really cut me. Like thinking of he was coming home to what should have been an idyllic life, but like because of how fucked up he got serving, he couldn't do that anymore. Yeah. And then thinking to himself, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get to the point where I can be with my family, and we can be a family, and like
and then
it's gonna be great." And then like
and then murder happens.
They get ripped to shreds, and like I've seen the scenes in the comic where they depict the family being killed.
Good thing they did.
So I got an idea what it looks like. Yeah, like bits of just
because they were like they say in the show, like they were in the middle of a firefight. They got torn apart.
Yeah, it does say they got ripped to shreds because they're stuck in like in the middle of a three-way Mexican standoff.
Yeah. And like in the comics, he's covered in their blood, and there's bits of them all over him. And like I was just picturing that as he was talking about this scene, and I had a little cry. I was like, oh my god. I'm just picturing that happening to like me if I was to put myself in that scenario, just with like my family. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
But you gotta love the Punisher, man. He's a killing machine.
Yeah. Well, he took that nightmare and fueled it into a one-man war against.
I will demolish everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like, you knew he was like an insane killing machine before. Like, they needed to give him a reason. Like, when
to drive him.
Like when his when like that cap, I don't know what you'd call him, general. Was talking at
the gun. Oh, I love that scene. Was great.
Yeah, and he was talking about like how he like killed like 30 men like nothing, and I was like, so he was always like a freaking killing machine, but now he's got like directed rage at you.
You know the best part about that scene.
What was that?
It was when Reyes was interrogating him.
Yeah.
And he said, "You know that thing they say about war? You weren't there. How do we know what you're telling us the truth?" He said, "Oh, perhaps I wasn't clear."
Perhaps you didn't see my prosthetic arm as I walked in.
And then he's pretty much just saying, "Now look here, bitch."
Yeah.
And then she's just like, "Well, I done messed up now. Whoops."
But yeah.
That was great.
It's just whenever the like writers just unleashed him, like Frank, like the two scenes, the scene where like he gets locked in with all the inmates, and
after he eats does it Dobby's throat? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's literally just like his skin is blood at this point. Like,
yeah, that was amazing.
And then the scene before that when he was getting tortured by the Irish and he like breaks loose, and it was just like, oh my.
If anything, it just shows like how it's not that his fighting skills, it's like the fact he's just unstoppable. Like,
yeah, he takes pain like nothing.
I think when they were doing the imprisoned bit, it was just I think they demonstrated that the last ditch like fight to the death sort of part of it really well.
Yeah.
Because it was really put together. Like, if he like gets mobbed by these guys, he dead. Like no two ways about it. He's gonna get like shivved to death.
Yeah.
And it's just like it wasn't really. I would call it more like it was like a scrap for just like murder. And then he's just like he's stabbing people with pipes. He's using shivs.
It was great.
He's pulling shivs out of his stomach and shivving people with them. It's like
the scene of the Irish mob really demonstrates like how much will the guy has though. Where the guy's coming at him with a drill, and like he's like, where should I start? And like. It's not a wait moment. It's not a like not saying anything moment. He basically screams at the guy, "Fucking come at me, like come get this, because I'm not bending to your will." And he's like, they show the drill going into the foot, and like you can see like chunks of flesh just like coming out of the top of the shoe, and Oh, I love that scene so much.
Good times.
Because like they did him well again there. They did him as the guy that like, I will never bend.
He's like implacable.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they still managed to get the fact that even though he's a complete psychopath and that, he still doesn't want you to hurt the dog because no one wants you to hurt the dog. Even he's not that much of a, even he's not that much of a monster.
It wasn't even about dogs, though. It was just like innocent. Like,
yeah, right.
It wasn't like that. It was like if they brought in a dude, you know, an innocent dude, I think he would have like.
Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah, probably. Yeah, I get it.
But like, I love how he used that situation as the kill him with a car bomb. Like even when he hasn't got any weapons, he's still killing
screw you.
people.
You still get blown up.
I love it. And like that case had all the money in as well, so he doesn't care about the money.
Yeah. Like
he wasn't trying to hide the money so he could use it later. Like he blew up that money as well because it was dirty money. Even money isn't innocent from Frank Castle.
Yep.
Oh, he's so good in this season. I also liked.
I was kind of annoyed when at the end of that Irish scene actually, because like I thought they were putting him away, and I was like, what? I'm like freaking 3 episodes into the show, and you're putting him away.
Right?
But,
yeah, I was like, so is that it? Is that all we get?
Yeah, but thank God that's not how that played out.
They turned that into a fantastic court case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like you can't be making like Electra the main thing. I think that would be awful. I don't want this. But yeah, it worked out really well. Like, the court case was really interesting.
And I never got to get that reaction.
Yeah, because Luke just kept on watching.
No, because it hadn't shown a specific scene yet with his outfit. Like
yeah.
where he becomes the Punisher, and it's just like, okay, so he's not gone until that's there. What do you think of? How much of Stick have you seen in this season so far, Andy?
Yeah, I found out Electra was there, and then they saved her life, and then he went to go recruit that guy, and the guy had the fight with Electra over the plane. And Electra thought it was sent by the Yakuza, and he said, "Oh no, just Stick sent me." And it was like,
yeah, because he's an idiot.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna be real as you. That's stupid.
What?
That was like a stupid.
Trying to.
Like Andy doesn't even know how stupid that move was yet, because like when he learns even more about Electra later, he's gonna realize that move is even stupider. But like it was a stupid move in the first place to like send a dude to kill her, because as soon as that dude fails, which he would, and Stick freaking should have known that.
I think Stick knew. I think Stick was just angry.
Stupid.
Like he knew the guy was gonna die, but he was just gonna be like, I want to piss her off because she's pissed me off, and I'm Stick. That's who I am.
She was leaving, and he brought her back.
Yeah, that was a dumb move.
Yeah, because
I don't understand why he sent her.
I love Stick, but I felt like that was poor writing, honestly.
I feel like it was just sort of a shoehorn to keep Electra in the game, surely.
I thought it was just Stick being petty and knowing that he needs her to stay in New York for a very specific reason.
I can't talk about why I disagree with you on that. Damn it.
Oh, well, I'm not. Do you want me to leave for the end of the podcast so you can talk about the last of it?
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
sure. I'll go now, and then you can wrap up the podcast without me, okay?
Okay, good night, Andy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay.
How is this?
Why do you disagree with me?
The footage. One sec. Yeah, you're gonna want to close that, by the way. Right. I'm just gonna put the Andy away thing on.
I'm gonna want to close what?
No, I was talking to Andy. He's like saying he's gonna want to close the stream too. You can't write it like that. You can't write it like that. Anyway, I disagree with you because Stick has spent his whole life making sure that the Chase can't have this woman, and then not the Chase, sorry, the Hand can't have this woman. And what? And now he's gonna be petty? Now he's gonna let go of the fact that he needs her out and gone, and that he's not gonna kill her?
No. I think that he knew that if she were to go somewhere off by herself after revealing a bit of herself to the Hand, that they were gonna get her. and the assassin that he sent was either going to kill her, which
no,
or it was going to at least make her stay in New York close to him.
He's so like, and like he is like super petty, so I can't like disagree with you on that because that's just part of his character and like whatever, like because he refused to like let go of like the fact that he's like, she should be dead, she should be dead, she's dead, haha, she should be dead. But I don't know, like the way the talking and everything about the scene, like where the people come back and they're like to him, she's here, and he's getting ready for that fight. Like it just didn't fit for me. It didn't gel like for a guy who's trying to keep something out of someone's hands. And after you see his relationship with her growing up, like he should know that he has some sway in her heart. Like he did. He always did. Like, it wasn't great enough to make her, like, not a killer, but it would have been great enough to make her not want to run into their hands. And then he switched that off.
To be fair as well, we also don't know if he told the guy to fucking go up to her in a hangar and just...
I'm on it. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry, yeah, carry on.
Like you might not have told the guy, like, go talk to her for a bit, then tell her that you're an assassin, and then tell her like that you're gonna kill her. Yeah. Like it could have been like he chose the wrong guy for the job because the guy
That's true.
The guy was just like, I'm gonna warn her and tell her, and then we're gonna have a big old fight, and I'm gonna kill her. No, you didn't kill her because Elektra's a goddamn monster. She is the Black Sky.
Yeah.
Which is making me really interested for next season.
The other thing I didn't like was that they left her body alone. It's like, come on, they're gonna come get that body. I knew they were gonna come get that body. You should have known they were gonna come get that body. Yeah, the first thing I thought when they buried her is like, someone's gonna come take that body.
I didn't notice it. I thought because there was no headstone. I just thought unlock grave,
But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have buried her. I would have like the worst thing. Like I would have burned her probably.
Because that worked for Naboo.
Like I mean, at least they could say like the thing is Naboo's already immortal, but Elektra they're gonna make her immortal.
Maybe.
I don't know. The whole thing. I'm trying to fix your camera right now.
Oh, it's fine.
but yeah, like those are like small things for me anyway. Still,
also,
by far, I mainly enjoyed that season.
So everything with the hand I thought was perfect. Like they didn't make the hand into they didn't like push them right in there. They slowly edged the hand in.
Yeah.
Which I like, which makes them a lot more believable because like Daredevil for 2 seasons didn't have like any idea about like how deep this was, how deep the hand was in New York, and it makes sense that only until he learns how to like match their swords and their breathing that he's able to even know that they're in the city.
Yeah, that's the other thing I like is like I now know that like there is so much more like remember I was complaining about how like kind of like Stick was acting was like so much better than Daredevil's like a while back.
Yeah.
As a blind person, and you were telling me like obviously like but he's like Stick is like actually blind and Daredevil's like got these enhanced senses. And then I was thinking about like the fact that he's not that great a fighter compared to Stick, like for someone who has like this advantage. And I know Stick is like sick, like don't get me wrong. But
Stick is immortal and sick, yeah.
but that moment I think where like Stick was teaching him from a distance, showed me that like there's so like he can be better as well. Like he is nowhere near his peak like Daredevil. Like he can keep becoming a better. Like he hasn't fully utilized this sense thing yet. Like nowhere near. No. And I was like, that's cool. I like that. How do I get rid of? How do I get? Anyway.
No, that's fine. All right, it's only for this one bit where we're talking, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed. Fisk though, we couldn't talk about Fisk fully until now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Fisk?
I love Fisk, man. I'm always gonna love Fisk.
But like, what do you think of him for next season? I seriously think in season 3 they're going to do the Fisk finding out about Matthew Murdoch and just destroying him because they've set everyone up to be in like a good place right now.
Yeah, everyone's kind of like moving on with their lives, and like, and Matt has like air quotes let go of them, like let them do their own thing, and now Fisk is gonna. You're so right. Fisk is gonna come out and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna show you that you still have ties, and I can still crush them.
Like. Foggy's off at this big new law company now. For Hogarth, by the way, which was a great
that was
cameo.
funny, I love that.
Good cameo.
It's like, you have no idea. It's like, try me. I got stabbed, like, a lot. By crazy people. Yeah.
Which is weird. I didn't see any wounds on her, but...
No.
That's just the MCU.
Yeah.
Great doctors, apparently. But, like, yeah, the whole... Like, Foggy's off, you know, he's at his big new law company, he might be able to do some good, like, he can tackle these cases with people like Daredevil and Punisher, and then hopefully Spider-Man, if, like, and I don't mean Spider-Man to appear, I just mean, like, there could be references to, like, him defending Spider-Man's right to do what he does.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And, like, other vigilantes, like Luke Cage, which, by the way... So like, I was a bit unsure about this season of Daredevil. It felt like they were just doing another one for the sake of doing another one.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing more and more, Marvel isn't half-arsing anything at this point.
Dude, they're good at what they do, and they do what they do well.
Yeah, I think it's because they got great source material. They know their source material because it's their own.
Yeah.
And like they're partnered with Netflix, a company which has produced really great TV shows and is also known for not half-assing anything as well.
Yeah. And I think even like they've learned like from even the movies, like they've learned a good way to adapt to television, like to adapt to real life, to adapt to live action. Yeah. Like they've got it down. They've got like how to. It's so good. They're doing it well, man.
I'm really looking forward to Luke Cage this September.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited for that. I feel like that's going to be a lot, like, funner.
A
less, like, gritty, dark, like, I'm going to destroy the world crap.
Yeah, because his story's not as dark, you could say. Because Daredevil's got, you know, he's fighting to avenge his... he's fighting for his father, basically. Yeah. Protect Hell's Kitchen.
Everyone he knows is a murderer. And he's like, guys, I just want to not be a murderer. They're all like, you gotta murder. You gotta murder.
Do it.
Oh, that was the scene I didn't talk about. Yeah, when he was like to Frank, we could work together just this once, like, I'll do it. Like, just this once, we'll do it your way. And Frank was like, look, you don't get it, man. There isn't a just this once. You're either you or you're me. There's no in between, you know? Oh god damn it, not now, phone.
I can talk. Wait, you answered that, or? Yeah, you answered that. But, yeah, what can I ramble on? I could probably list off some things. So yeah, Karen's character, great progression. Hard to know where she was going sometimes, but it was good. Foggy, good character progression. Oh, sorry, I was listening to the audience.
No, I could hear you the entire time. I was avoiding picking up. I was just trying to get someone else to. Anyway, go.
Yeah, Matt Murdock, great character progression. Fisk, great character progression. Like, it's even a noticeable character progression with Fisk.
Yeah.
Like, it's because he was defeated in the last season, and you know, like he could be feeling like you'd imagine he would probably feel like, you know, I got defeated, but no. He was just like, I'm in a new place, I'm immediately becoming the top dog in this place. Like, there was no, oh, I was defeated, boo-hoo kind of thing with Fisk. It was just like, oh, you've just put me in another environment I can thrive in. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I am, there's a reason I was top dog in New York before you came along. I'm very...
I like that. I like the whole, like, Fisk rise to power scenes. It was good.
Yeah. Just that you can't break him. Fisk is unbreakable. Like, you can't break his spirit, you can't break his determination. Like, the only way you're ever going to get rid of
when he was a kid.
Yeah. The only way you're ever going to get rid of Fisk is by putting him 6 feet under, which is something Daredevil's not going to allow himself to do.
Yeah.
But Punisher, maybe.
Oh, God, I can't wait for a scene with Punisher and him on the outside. Oh.
Yeah. Just, what did you think of the ending for Punisher's story in this season?
I felt like I don't know why he came back. I don't know, like, you know, he came back and he helped Daredevil on that roof and like he was like, see you, Red. I feel like that was unnecessary.
I don't. I think I think it's showing that he's accepting who he is now.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I needed him to show up and cameo in Daredevil fight for that. I don't know. It just seemed out of the blue for me, but yeah.
Because Hell's Kitchen's so small, you know? Like, and if you're gonna have two top dogs and one of them, like you gotta remember, like, him, Elektra, and Daredevil spent a lot of time in that room getting ready to come out on that roof.
That's true.
And like, Frank's got that radio. He's gonna be hearing about like this whole hand operation, and Frank Castle doesn't. You don't scare Frank Castle. You've got ninjas. Frank Castle doesn't give a fuck. You've got ninjas. So I could see him hearing about that, remembering what Red did for him, and returning the favor. Because that's also a big thing with Frank, that, you know, he's that type of man. He will return. If he owes you something, he'll return it, and he could probably think, oh well, Red saved me from the Irish mob, and it eventually led to me finding out a whole new bunch of shit about Blacksmith and my family.
Yeah. Like,
I've got to give him a hand now because he's facing a really, really dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
And like, just 2 shots, just like killed the ninjas. Knew that Red wanted the big one for himself. Just like, yeah, no. Like, see you around. And Matt's not going to catch him anymore.
That was another thing. Okay, that was another thing I had a problem with. Daredevil's choice to throw Naboo off the building. And I was really annoyed was up till Stick came and chopped his head off, and I was like, thank you somebody. Come on, this guy has came back to life like 3 times at this point. You know that's not gonna put him down.
See, I think that's because Red. I keep calling him Red now, fucking Frank. I think that's because Daredevil knows that's not gonna put him down.
Yeah, but I would have held him. Like, got the police to like grab him, put him in a cell. I don't know. I wouldn't have thrown him like into the like night, basically, like onwards. But you know, oh well, he died anyway.
Yeah, but I know maybe just got to. Matt's not thinking straight at this point.
I mean, yeah, I can give him that for sure.
Yeah. But I like that Matt has accepted the Punisher in a weird way.
Yeah.
He's just like, he's gonna kill people.
Even by the end of that, like it came with like his acceptance of Elektra, like because Elektra was fighting with him, killing people, and he was just like, I can't stop this right now. Like this isn't something that's gonna I can fix right now. Whatever.
I need to put this aside for the greater cause here. Which I like because like it's a genuine reaction, like knowing what you're going up against and like how terrible it's going to be. You're not going to tell people to hold back. He knew he was probably not going to make it off that roof.
Mm-hmm. Especially when last time it basically got her killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
It was really good.
Such a good season. But there's a little bit on Luke Cage about how. Yeah, because Daredevil's like great. Like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, gritty and dark. Daredevil because he's going up against all these big crime families, and there's just a whole bunch of murder and just like psychopaths, and Jessica Jones because
he's like psychological dark.
Yeah, because it deals with things like abuse and rape and like not having control over what you do or who you are. Yeah. But like Luke Cage had never really been about any of that. Luke, like. He got thrown. Like his origin story is he got thrown in prison. He found out that he might be able to get like parole or something if he participates in an experiment, and the experiment gives him unbreakable skin, and then he like escapes prison, nice. which they neatly reference it in Jessica Jones with him hiding from the cops. Yeah, because they know that they're gonna find him and put him back in there. But like his story, I think his story is going to be just a lot more like, I'm just trying to survive.
Even the trailer, like the teaser, like just the music, I feel like that they were doing, and like that the scene was comedic. Like it just it set like a happier tone in my opinion. Like, and I know that's a
Yeah.
teaser, like, but like at the same time, these are smart people. They know that their teaser is going to reflect the show a bit. So.
I just think that his is just going to be finding. I don't even know what his story's going to be like. That's not so much information in here. But it's just going to be surviving. I think, like trying to get on with his life and trying to maybe hunt down some people that caused this experiment to him or was involved in the murder of his missus. But and then Iron Fist is the last one. We haven't heard anything about that yet, but
yeah, one thing at a time, please.
yeah. But once that's out, it's going to tie all this together. We've already gotten little bits of ties with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. With Foggy now working for Hogarth, there's going to be a lot of that in there. Like they're tying, because it's New York, they can easily tie things up without it being coincidence.
You know who I feel bad for, and we didn't get any like wrap up on?
Oh.
The nurse.
Claire, yeah.
I kind of just left us in the dark on her. I hope she's cool.
I think she'll be cool. I think she'll when they do the Defenders. Honestly, I think she'll work for the Defenders.
Do it.
She'll be like an in-office nurse who like patches them up when needs be. Because she's got these 3 ties already to the big players: Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil. So all you need to do is throw a Danny Rand tie in there, and then boom, she's good. Yeah. I definitely don't think it's the last we've seen of her.
Good. Right. I think that's us for today.
Yeah.
I'll do the thing Josh would usually do. Thank you for watching the latest Spawn Point podcast. If you missed the podcast or any of the podcast and want to see it on YouTube or previous podcasts, they are available on our YouTube archive down in the description thing below. If you would like to tweet news to us or would like to follow the goings on in Spawn Point, you can hit us up on Twitter. If you like this weird dancing dude to my right, you can go to the Twitch, and he streams loads of games all the time, and recently has been doing Super Mario Sunshine, and it's great. And see you next week. That's good night.
Bye bye.